Welcome back to JMC Live. I said at the break we're going to talk about Ohio University. Now, I go to a branch campus in Chillicothe, Ohio. And sometimes what the main campus does, the branches are involved in. And you'll get emails from the college to let you know what's going on. This EcoSexology sounds kind of interesting, right? Sex and the ecology. How does that mix? How does that work? What is this all about? Pretty simple. I'll define what they say, and I will not give you where the website is. But this is what was sent to me by Ohio University. Annie Sprinkle is a former prostitute and porn star who has been in every form of fetish film existence to man. Been involved in the porn industry and sex for 36 plus years. In 2002, she became the first porn star to get a PhD, and it's in human sexuality. She's been on all those shows like HBO and Playboy and all that, and done movies and different things. Well, this EcoSexuality is a person that finds nature sensual and sexy, and you have a new sexual identity through this, where you take the earth, plants, animals, water, dirt, and rocks, anything that has to do living on the earth, man, female, as a lover. Kind of like metrosexual, but to another level. And it's like what I just said, you know, you want to allow the flower and the world and the dirt and everything touch you. What is scary about this ecosexual thing is it's also connected to socialism, because it's about green jobs. It's about saving the earth, which I don't have a problem with saving the earth, but I'm not going to cover my body in dirt and have sex with dirt and vegetables. This show will be very graphic and adult in content, because you can't avoid it. I've had people tell me, since I posted the images, and I'll post it right now for you to see, the EcoSexology or Sexecology, whatever you want to call it. It's Annie Sprinkle and this other woman who have a lesbian relationship, and they're bisexual, or they actually define themselves as trisexual. And they've taken it beyond just having sex and massive orgies with a bunch of men and women. But they're adding under the table, talking about animals. They are talking about objects. They're talking about food and vegetables. And they call it art. If you look at the images on my screen, and it's on my Facebook wall, this is backed by the Ohio Art Council and the Kennedy Museum for Art. Now, someone please explain to me, covering yourself in dirt and having sex with things is art. There recently was a Jesus picture that showed Jesus performing a sex act, and it was destroyed, and people complained about it, and it was not talked about. We here at JMC Live found out this event's been going on since the 3rd through the 6th. Here's the other scary part. She's not just telling college students for 4 days about sex. She's allowing them to participate in the events. So your children
that you're paying to go to this school,
are possibly having sex, or at least being taught how to have sex with vegetables and the earth. It's an art form.
And they're getting college credit for this.
And you possibly can get college credit if you are an art major or going for a master's or PhD in human sexuality. Good possibility. Here's the scary part. Here is the witchcraft form of what's going on with this Sexecology. Every year there is a different triad of thing that she picks, and I can't mention all of them because they're sexual in nature. This year it is about the third eye. The third eye is connected to chakras, it's connected to witchcraft, it's connected to Taoism, Hinduism, Buddhism, and even Satanism. Some people use crystals, some people use jasmine, other people will even use amethysts and different stones, whatever, and they'll put it on their forehead or wear it around their neck, and they consider it a median to the astral plane to talk to dead spirits or to talk to different gods and goddesses. This Annie Sprinkle teaches men and women how to have orgasms connected to the god or goddess that will fulfill their mind, body, and soul. Now let me say this again. This in itself is witchcraft. Hardcore, extreme witchcraft. So they're teaching witchcraft at Ohio University. The scary part of it is, as I said, they're allowing these students to do this. She's been going all over the place. Norway, Sweden, she's got Japan set up. And she's signing up colleges, universities to have these events. She's teaching your kids how to masturbate. She's teaching your kids how to pray and connect your chakra to your inner womb. And then this Saturday, they're going to desecrate the chapel at Ohio University to have a purple wedding. And here's the attire. Purple is the theme of the wedding. Water, moon, mountains. The sixth chakra, the third eye. And the romantic, eco-sensual love of nature. They are coming to Ohio University, Athens, for a marriage to the Appalachian Mountains. That in itself is witchcraft. Not even talking about the porn side of the matter. Because these people will be naked. The only thing that is mentioned on Ohio EDU site is children should not show up. It does not say what it should say, only 18 and above, so they are one step away from committing a crime here. And then in January, the Kennedy Museum of Art, from January through May 29th, will display the wedding if familiar of the purple wedding to the Appalachian Mountains. So in other words, if your children are attending Ohio University and they decide to take their shirt off, those wonderful breasts of your young woman, 18 years of age, could be placed in a museum of art. Your sons' private parts could be shown, covered with wonderful foliage of leaves and dirt, of course. Painted by the wonderful Annie Sprinkle, could be placed in a museum of art. Now someone explain to me, how is any of this a form of teaching? Explain to me, why should I waste $15,000 a year or more to go to a college that will allow an event like this? Well, they're just a liberal college, Jeremy. You got to understand that it's part of the world, and it should be okay, and you should not have no problems with it, Jeremy. We used to live in a world when Playboy and Hustler was first brought out. It was out for plain view. Anyone could find it. The kids were picking it up. Everyone was picking it up. And somebody decided to read the Constitution. Someone decided to look at laws already known as the obscenity laws and sexual laws, that it should be illegal for minors and even for adults to publicly to do this. Can I go out in the middle of the street and have sex with my wife and not get arrested? Could I do that?
No.
Why not? Why is it wrong? Because there are laws. Because there are God-given laws where a man and a woman should become one flesh and unite in private.
In private. That's what the Bible says.
That's what the Bible says. Even the world has laws. Yep. Now here's the scary part. The Obama administration that started at the end of the Bush administration wanted to come in and change the psychology rulings on sexual activity. One thing that Miss Annie Sprinkle is very famous for is her urine sex acts. She plays with her own pee. This used to be considered illegal, and it was banned from videos. As of now, in 2010, if you play with your poo or your pee and even have sex with an animal and other things, even pedophilia to a degree, according to the UN, it's okay to have sex with minors.
But here's the thing. When that stuff goes on in a nursing home or a mental ward,
yes.
They say, because I worked in a nursing home where the patients were, they had
That's
Alzheimer's.
The thing.
And they said, let me finish. They said, when you see this, that means they are mentally ill.
Yes.
When you see a lady playing with her...
As of 2010, the law did not pass until this year. My wife was telling you what used to be.
Yeah.
Now, there are some places that...
But they still say that in the nursing home.
Yes, but there are some nursing homes now who, in California and New York and other states, who are openly saying that these people that have Alzheimer's, they're not mentally ill playing with their poo and pee. They're expressing their sexual behavior that has been bottled up for years. That's what this new law is.
Well, I'm telling you right now, working in the nursing homes here in Ohio, when a woman or a man was covered in feces and excrement and other horrible things, and they were playing with it, we were told we had to clean them up. They were mentally ill.
Yep.
They did not know what they were doing, and this was wrong. They could get sick. They could die. There were a mass full of communicable diseases they could get, and sicknesses and bacteria that could harm their body that they could get. And that's why we had to hurry up, get them cleaned up, get the room cleaned up, and get them, and get them in a safer environment. That is no longer, I guess, a problem anymore. Like, people are just allowed to go fling poo everywhere.
Yes. Now it is not illegal to do a lot of these different things. The obscenity laws have changed. Not only obscenity laws, but Sexecology now states, and I guess there's some kind of problem with the show where people can't hear, so they'll have to just hear it in the archive show.
You have it all?
I don't know what's going on. But the problem is people are not understanding as to why and how these different things keep occurring. And it's because laws keep being changed. There are lawyers that have worked in the porn industry that are now in the White House. And that's where it starts. If the laws state that it is no longer a crime and be involved with things like this, and then turn around and say psychologically there's nothing wrong with playing with your pee. Did you know Ohio has a very big sadomasochism group of people that are slaves and subs and masters of men and women that go around with whips and floggers and different things and beat each other and cause pain. That used to be considered not only illegal, but a mental illness. So if now they're saying that it's not mentally ill to inflict physical pain upon each other in S&M, that's the abbreviation for it, and it's not a mental illness to play with your bodily fluids, but it is a sex form that is also not... Sex is not just sex anymore, according to the world. It is now a form of art. Don't believe me? Look at that image on my screen right here. Sexecology. And they're having lectures and meetings. And even tonight at midnight, they're going to teach about orgasms and stuff to the students. Now here's the thing, I don't even know for sure. Are they going to check IDs?
Exactly.
And if they are, typically the film that's being shown is normally only found in the privacy of someone's one home or being shown in a porno store. In an arcade, as they call them, and all these different things. Now, why in the world are we allowing this behavior to continue? We're going to take a break, and I'll share more about what's going on with this Sexecology. I'll explain more about anti-sprinkle and what exactly these vents are. We'll take a quick break and be right back.